Updog.
Updog. Updog.
Updog Sports Talk.
Hello, and welcome to Updog Sports Talk. My name is Matt Miller. Joining me is it's blurry. I can't point, but Justin McGovern. What's going on, Justin?
Well, Matt, let's just say life is the same old, same old. You never know what you're going to get. But the one good thing about life is March Madness is here. Matt, nothing is more exciting than the time of year where you get to go and fill out brackets. And today, I think Matt and I are going to do one of the most reckless things that could possibly happen. We are going to attempt to work together and fill out a bracket.
This is going to go terribly. Use this for your enjoyment and sit back, relax. And if you disagree with us, let us know. Let's hear what.
Hey, we might not even agree with each other.
Yeah,
you'll know.
I know we're not going to agree with each other, Justin. We don't agree with each other outside of the show half the time. So
good point. We're not even agreeing with each other right now. Actually,
yeah,
we are. We're just agreeing with each other in argumentative fashion.
Yeah, screw you.
You suck.
Before we get into it, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Give us a subscribe. Like this video. Comment on this video. Let's see what you guys think. We need a little bit of feedback. If you guys want to watch us, let's hear from you. All right, Justin, let's get this thing started.
All right, let's get it started here. So we start out in the West region. West, if you watch SpongeBob.
Thanks, I thought you said West. We're probably gonna get hit with copyright shit on that.
So this region right here is we're diving into the most difficult one to pick. There are so many potential Final Four options in this region. I think we can start off with a lob one here. I think we're both gonna have Gonzaga winning this one.
But hold on. No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
hey, Georgia State has played spoiler before. Yeah. Remember a few years ago when they made that shot, their coach fell out of the chair?
Yeah, that was
good times.
But he had a broken leg, I thought. So
yeah, he's coaching elsewhere nowadays. But
yeah.
Gonzaga most likely going to win this one. Chet Holmgren, though, this guy is an incredible player. We can talk a little bit more about him the next time we hit a Gonzaga game, but he's an athlete. Next one, though, I think we're having some debate about this one. The Boise State Broncos take on the Memphis Tigers. Both teams started out struggling early in the year, and both have hit a massive stride late. Boise State winning the Mountain West, potentially underseeded, against a Memphis team that got absolutely hot late. Matt, what are your thoughts?
So I'm going to take that win streak that Memphis is on, and I'm going to run with it. The 8-9 matchup has always been one of those, can the 8 seed actually win? Is the 8 seed actually better than the 9 seed? I did like Boise for quite a while, but I don't know. I've watched Memphis play a couple times this year, and they look pretty good. So got to go with Memphis in this one.
It's a battle of contrasting styles, too. Boise State likes to slow it down, play tough defense. Memphis, they want to speed it up and go as fast as they can. Boise State's never won a tournament game before, and ultimately, I think that lack of experience is going to get them. I mean, it's close to 50-50. I'm with you.
It's like 51-49. Like I literally spent like probably 10 minutes at work going, should I go with Memphis? Should I go with Boise State? And I was like, screw it.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed in Boise State's seeding. I mean, they did not get a good spot here. I was hoping they'd at least be a 7.
The seeding was really weird in this one.
Yeah,
like the whole thing. Like there's some teams I thought would have been higher.
Yeah, I agree. There definitely are, and I feel like you'll notice this as the show goes on. But I think the committee has eliminated some upset potential with the way they put teams together this year.
Yeah.
So up next, we got the Connecticut Huskies back in the NCAA tournament up against the New Mexico State Aggies. New Mexico State dominating their conference this year. Matt, what do you think about this one?
So I actually went through a few of the other divisions too and looked at a few teams that were like on the fence, like kind of like the Boise State and Memphis one. I noticed UConn has beat some pretty good teams this year.
Yeah. New Mexico State is unfortunately they have a great program. They have a good thing going, making the tournament so many times. But there's one problem when they do make the tournament. They tend to lose. Um, they're out. The Athletic coined the term a schoolyard bully. So New Mexico State's good enough to dominate their conference. They don't take a lot of threes, so they don't take a lot of chances. That helps them in conference play. Does not help them in the tournament. I'm with you. The Connecticut Huskies will take this one.
It's one of those 5-12s that it's like you can no longer pick 12 over 5. Like I like, especially like this one. We'll get to the others later, but like this 5-12, I'm like, I literally don't think that New Mexico State stands a chance.
Yeah, and overall, ever since the expansion, the 68, I think the 5-12 upset has become less common. But next, we got the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the Vermont Catamounts. Arkansas is an interesting team coached by Coach Eric Musselman, who has trailed by double digits in every single tournament game he's been in. And despite that, his tournament record is excellent. Matt, what are your thoughts on this one?
I really do like the Catamounts a lot. They just couldn't get it done at the end of the year. I hate picking SEC teams. Like, I don't think there's very many SEC teams that are good at basketball. So I think some of them are overranked, but in this case, I think Arkansas is gonna. I think they got a legit shot. I hate picking chalk, and I know we didn't with Memphis, and we picked an upset there. But like, this is one that I wanted to pick Vermont badly, but I think it's Arkansas.
I do have to give out a warning here. Arkansas, I don't think can afford to fall behind by double digits like they have in every single tournament game under this coach. Because Vermont does play a slower pace and they can get hot from three. That makes Vermont dangerous, but I mean, I just have to go with his tournament record, though. Despite the double digit trailing during the games, those teams are aggressive. They make teams uncomfortable in the second half, and that's how they make comebacks every single time. I don't know how Vermont's going to outlast that. Now we get an interesting one here. We get a first four matchup involved here. Alabama takes on the winner of Rutgers and Notre Dame. First of all, I'll get your quick thoughts here. Who do you think is going to win the Rutgers Notre Dame game?
So this is one of those where I was on the fence because for the Rutgers Notre Dame game, at least. And I was like, I'm a Notre Dame fan. They don't really belong in the tournament. Looked at Rutgers. They had a bad stretch, but overall, they have some quality wins. I think Rutgers can take Notre Dame, and I'm going to take it a step further. I think they can beat Alabama.
So I'm actually a little bit different on you on this one. I feel confident in Notre Dame can get past Rutgers. I think Notre Dame, with their aggressive style of like loving to throw up threes, they can get past Alabama too. Alabama's got a good offense. Their defense can get lazy. If their defense gets lazy against Notre Dame's going to hit all those threes on them. So I think Alabama would be in trouble against them. I'm a little bit less confident with Rutgers because one of their issues as well was lazy defense throughout the year. And that's why Rutgers had so many random losses.
But they had some good wins. Like, they had some really good wins.
They did, especially late in the year. I mean, the surge they went on late was crazy. Like, out of nowhere, all of a sudden Rutgers is a 4 seed in the Big Ten tournament. Yeah. That was unexpected, especially when you looked at them early in the year. But I'm with you, though. I think, knowing what we know now, I think I could join you in pulling this upset. But we couldn't have looked stupid on this one because Alabama might figure it out defensively and go on a run to the Final Four. Yeah, they have the talent to do that.
If we pick chalk every game, it's not fun.
It's going to backfire on us eventually.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I literally love picking upsets. Like,
Oh yeah.
Nothing excites me more than a 16 beating a 1 seed, which has happened once, um,
yes.
but like it's like wow, like there goes my bracket, but at the same time it's like all right, like good job kind of thing. So like
The upsets truly are the beauty of the tournament.
so that 5-12 thing we were mentioning earlier, I really think that 6-11 is going to be the new 5-12.
Yeah. And actually, since the expansion of the tournament, the 11 seed has a winning record against the 6 seed. Now, it's not a huge difference. It's like, I think it's like 50.4% to 49.6 or something like that. But
it's the math doesn't add up, but we'll just go with it.
Yeah. I don't remember the percentages I read, but this one, I don't think we should spend too much time on this. Montana State, an excellent year running through the Big Sky Conference. Their first appearance in our lifetimes, I believe. So congratulations to the Montana State Bobcats. But, I mean, Texas Tech plays a suffocating defense. They're not going to stand a chance against them.
I mean, Texas Tech, I feel like, has been a contender for so long. Like, they have a really good program. It's just tough to beat them. Like
they managed to withstand the loss of their coach, too, and they still look like the same team.
Yeah. So moving on, Davidson and Michigan State. Who you got?
I think there'll be a lot more debate on this one. I am going to go with the Davidson Wildcats.
No freaking way.
So Michigan State is dangerous offensively, but the problem is Michigan State's defense is not great. And that's going to be a bad matchup against Davidson, who loves to control the clock. They take great shots. I got to say, I think Davidson can pull off the upset here.
So this was one that I was going to try to surprise you with, but I can't. So Davidson, I agree with you on that. I don't like Michigan State in the tournament.
Yeah, Tom Izzo, it used to be like the month of March used to be Tom Izzo's month. And all of a sudden, as of late, Michigan State has slipped a little bit. By the way, first of all, we managed to say their name wrong. It's actually Michigan State presented by Rocket Mortgage.
That's true. That's true.
I saw them play the other day, and Tom Izzo's looking old. Mm-hmm. That man has seen better days.
Yeah, I think a few of these coaches have. Speaking of coaches who've seen better days, Coach K lost his last game at home at Duke.
And lost his last ACC tournament game.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, as much as I want to pick Cal State Fullerton,
the Titans.
I mean, I got to move Duke over. Out of respect to Coach K, I'm not a big fan of his, but I mean, they have been upset before in this round. So
it has happened
as a 2 seed.
And actually, I did see that this matchup actually compares pretty similarly to the Duke-Mercer matchup of several years ago when Mercer upset Duke. But pretty much like the other like 10 matchups that compared the same were all wins for the higher seeds. So Duke-Mercer was one kind of thing.
Yeah.
I can't see Cal State Fullerton being Coach K's last game.
No. No.
The refs may even try to make sure that doesn't happen. I don't think they're going to need the refs, though, to beat Cal State Fullerton. Excellent run, though, for the Titans. Congratulations to them. Now on to the round of 32. What do we think about this Gonzaga-Memphis matchup?
I'm not sure we specified this at the beginning, but we were just doing the West in this video. So we're going to go to the Elite Eight, and then we're going to show you a different video later with who we pick for the rest of it. But go ahead, Justin. What?
All right. We got the Gonzaga versus Memphis in the second round.
Gonzaga's too good. Just move them over.
Yeah. Gonzaga's too good, but I do think that Memphis could give them some trouble. And now this is where I'm going to finally talk about Chet Holmgren. This guy is ridiculous. So the other night when Gonzaga was on during their conference tournament, I had the game on and I point to Sam and I'm like, I'm like, look at this tall guy right here. Now, what you can do, and before I can even get the words out, he goes and does what I was going to mention. He absolutely destroys a shot, blocks it on defense without fouling, and then Gonzaga takes the ball down the court, passes him the ball outside the arc, perfect swish. I mean, this guy is 7'1". Someone from 7'1" should not have that beautiful of a stroke from behind from the 3-point line.
KD does. KD's a sharpshooter. So the next KD, maybe?
Possibly. This guy's unreal. And Gonzaga's got a lot of talent around him.
I'm excited to see what Gonzaga can do in this tournament because they were electric last year. They're electric again this year.
Oh, yeah. But it'll be interesting because, this region that they're in, as we mentioned before, is a doozy. Mentioning a doozy, what do you think about this Connecticut-Arkansas game?
That's going to be a really good game. I don't know. I kind of like Yukon still.
These are two aggressive games. Wins. They do, but I'm telling you, Arkansas has been hot lately. I think them and their aggressive style is just going to make Connecticut very uncomfortable. I think it's going to be difficult for Yukon.
Let's go to the eye.
What does the eye say? Both with strong defenses here. The BPI is pretty similar. Their conference records are similar. Their points per game are similar. Yukon is they're both two of the only teams to beat Auburn this year.
Yeah, but I think a couple of those are misleading stats. The top 25, looking at some of those wins, it's like some of those SEC schools probably should not have been in the top 25.
Yeah.
So I'm still gonna I kind of have to still go with Yukon. Like scroll up. Okay, that's fine.
I see where you're getting at.
So like record versus top 25, 4-1, 3-4. I mean, but I don't know. Yukon has been on some very, very good teams. They didn't they play Nova?
Yeah, they lost to Villanova in the conference championship.
Yeah, so Nova, I'm pretty sure they beat and lost to Providence. And there's a couple other teams, but it was like, I don't know. I just think the Big East, the top schools in the Big East are actually pretty comparable to the top schools in the SEC right now. So I don't know. I still got to.
I would agree, but I just have a hard time going up against Eric Musselman's tournament pedigree.
Do you have a coin on you?
Do you?
I can have my phone flip a coin.
Do it. Heads is Arkansas.
Why wouldn't it? If Yukon's on top, why wouldn't they be heads and tails?
Arkansas is a 4 seed.
So
they get heads, Bat.
It's still flipping. It is tails.
Hey! All right. I can't dispute the coin. We're going Connecticut on this one.
Yeah, I win.
All right. So we have the winner of Rutgers and Notre Dame up against Texas Tech.
You know,
this one, yeah, I just can't go up against that defense. That defense is
they're just so good, dude. Honestly, they probably could have been a 2 seed.
They really could have been and possibly should have been.
Yeah.
It's a little bit weird how the committee did some of the seedings, but we'll try not to get into that too much. But how about this though?
That's a good matchup.
This is an in-state battle here. The underdog Davidson Wildcats up against the favorite Duke Blue Devils. The problem is though, I
want to pick Davidson so bad, but I still can't.
I just can't. This Duke has so much talent, and it's going to make life difficult for Davidson.
It's gonna be the difference. Is those top tier recruits that they get is just gonna be the difference in this. I don't think Davidson's gonna play bad at all, but I think it's just the talent difference per individual player.
And Davidson's good at a lot of things. I just don't know if they can get hot enough from 3 to get the young guys at Duke to panic.
Yeah.
Now it gets us to the Sweet 16. Gonzaga and Yukon. I have a hard time picking against Gonzaga in this one, but maybe you could try to ride Yukon for another one. No.
Gonzaga.
Oh man, I thought Gonzaga would have been trouble against Arkansas, but the coin got us Yukon here. So Gonzaga moves on. And now, what do you think of this?
Coach K's last game.
Oh man, we're on the same page in this one. I think Texas Tech.
Get out of my head.
I think Texas Tech's defense is going to make the difference here. This is the first game that concerns me about their lack of offense, but I feel like if defensively though they can get these young guys to panic, force some turnovers, and get some points in transition. Shots too. Yeah, I think that's what they can do, and Texas Tech pulling off the upset. Now that gets us to the Elite Eight. Gonzaga and Texas Tech. Who comes out of this region?
That's going to be a good game, but I just think Gonzaga's too good, man.
Texas Tech a few years ago took on Gonzaga late, and they managed to pull off the upset.
I know, but it's just like last year's Gonzaga team and this year's Gonzaga team just seem so much better than the previous Gonzaga teams. Like even when Adam Morrison was there, like that was a really good Gonzaga team, but I feel like these teams that they have now are just so much better.
Yeah. So. I am worried that Texas Tech cannot compete punch for punch, but Gonzaga was stymied just recently by St. Mary's, a team that plays a very similar style to Texas Tech. So that gives me a little bit of pause on this one, but in the end, I do think I'm with you. I'm going to go with the Gonzaga Bulldogs.
I mean, by no means is this not going to be a good game. Like this is going to be a fantastic game to watch.
This one,
as of right now, because we've only done one section or one region. Game of the tournament.
One of the best, I feel like. You'll have to stay tuned for the rest of them.
Yeah. So we're moving on Gonzaga. Next video we'll be doing the East, and like I said before, don't forget to follow, subscribe, comment, reach out to us. We want to hear from you. We like our 30 fans. So thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, everybody.